It's us again. Welcome to Boomer Bongo Boulevard. It's season 2, episode 34 in our second
Wow.
season. And we've got to go back and count up, Ron. So that when we hit 100, we don't skip over it. But I'm Mike, just Mike, and along with me is my brother, Ron, just Ron. We are going to talk this time around about catchphrases and things that I don't know if catchphrases existed that much before television, certainly not to the extent that they do now. And boomers are the TV generation. That's inarguable. We grew up with it, the first people who did. And I think we have an affection for it that nobody else does, that no other generation does, because we've seen all the phases of it and lived
I
and
think some
died with it.
comics had some on radio, probably.
Mark, yeah, oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah. There were, I don't know. I didn't go with anything that was ancient, like I don't know, 23 Skidoo or something like that. I think that might have been one. I just I
Well,
just don't
I
have.
was just looking at some Laurel and Hardy. Laurel and Hardy had a couple things that they did. This is another nice mess you've gotten us into, or some
Oh yeah. That's right.
variation on that.
That's right. So you're throwing that out there. That's another nice mess you've gotten us into.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh
Might
yeah.
as well, since you brought it up,
Oh sure.
and I had just been watching some, so
Well, you know what I ran into, Ron, as I was looking up. And there's dozens of them around. We're going to miss quite a few.
oh
There's
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot you can, but I noticed that some websites I went to that had lists of catchphrases
Uh-huh.
listed things that really weren't catchphrases. I mean, there are
Yeah,
phrases that you remember from a
yeah.
TV show, but it doesn't make it a catchphrase. For example, I
They're more
saw,
like running gags.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
or even not even running gags sometimes. The one
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mention isn't even that. It's Marsha
Mm-hmm.
got listed for the Brady Bunch from the Brady Bunch. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's not a catchphrase. It's a line that got used in the show that everybody remembers, but it can't be a catchphrase because I can't use it.
Yeah.
You can't use it. I guess you could say somebody's name 3 times, but they're not going to get that you're doing a catchphrase unless you have inflection abilities that are otherworldly. But there were some things like that I ran into, so when you're talking about catchphrases, we're talking about things that you can
That's
use.
something that's become more of a modern meme than a
Yeah,
catchphrase, because
yeah,
it took
right,
more,
right.
people
Yeah.
are using that more now than they ever did then. That, along with Sure Jan. People use
Yes,
that
yeah,
one,
yeah.
Sure
Well,
Jan.
and I guess you could, somebody could get hit in the nose during a baseball game, and you could go Marsha to the person next to you. But
Or
number
there
one,
you
I'm
go.
not.
Oh, my nose.
Yeah, yeah. And then particularly if they pull their hand away and their nose
Yeah.
is instantly expanded to
Yeah.
4 times its original
Cartoon
size.
size. Yeah.
But what do you got? What are a couple that you put at the top of your list?
Well,
Catchphrases
I
that
think this to me is one of the biggest ones ever, and that's Jimmy Walker's Dynamite.
yeah, yeah.
You saw that
You
on
know,
T-shirts and everything. You saw that and heard that everywhere.
and you saw it on shirts. It was sort of embarrassing to do it though. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that many people ever said it themselves
Yeah.
as a joke. Um, You know, the one I think of immediately is the one that when I was in college was got used was Fonzie's A and sit on it, which I
Sit
did
on
hear
it.
people
Yeah.
say, sit on it,
Yeah.
because it was kind of funny. Sit on it,
Mm-hmm.
Ron. Sit on it, Ron.
Yeah.
Just just take it. Um, and one I really that did get kind of big, and people would say it all the time is sock it to me from
Oh,
laughing.
that was huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be in a restaurant and the uh, the waiter would. Well, I didn't do it, but a waiter would say, "Would you like some more water?" And you go, "Sock it to me," and
Yeah.
and they put water in it, or somebody would say that. So I think "sock it to me" is a real catchphrase that caught on, got used a
Another
lot.
laugh in one just came to me. Um, Here come the judge. Here come the
Here comes
judge.
the judge. Yeah. I don't know how you use that one though. What under what circumstances do you
I
use
don't
it?
know.
I don't think anybody's brave enough to actually do it in a courtroom, but
Yeah.
I thought about that. I guess you
Yeah.
could if you're a lawyer. Hey, there are plenty of judges that need to be made fun of. Believe me,
Oh yeah.
plenty of them. They don't get made fun of. That's the problem because they're judges and they have their own little universe where they give orders. But there are many judges who deserve all the ridicule that they get behind their backs. They don't know about it, but there's a lot of it, buddies. If any of you are following us along, um, I like one that I don't. I think it's maybe only said a couple of times on the Andy Griffith Show, but nip it in the bud. Southerners love
Yeah.
that one.
People use that one. I use it. Um,
Yep.
I was just thinking of ones that I use a lot of times too. Like that's one. I still use missed it by that much.
from Get Smart.
Yeah.
Get Smart had tons of them, and
Hmm.
that's probably the best one. Would you believe?
Yeah.
Would
Would
you
you
believe?
believe?
Even now. Well,
Hmm.
young people just think you're being funny.
Yeah.
They don't recognize Get Smart, which they all. Any of you young people, any of you young folks out there listening to this show, go out there and watch Get Smart. Oh my gosh, it's I got addicted. Did you ever get addicted to Get Smart?
Yes.
Yeah, me
I
too.
have. I don't have the whole series. I have one season, and I've watched it a good many times. The smokingest show in TV history, man.
Oh, and
Man, they smoked a lot of cigarette. Sometimes, so many times. I saw one time there was like 5 or 6 people in the chief's office, and everybody had a cigarette. And I swear there was a haze that thick.
even
Just
99
almost like covered people's faces. There was so much smoke in the area.
was 99 smoking.
I never
Barbara
saw her
Carter.
smoke much. Max, if you watch Max almost the whole show, he always held a cigarette in the middle of his fist like that, almost the
Takes
whole
you
show.
use it like a weapon. Punch
Yeah,
somebody
he
with it.
would be talking, doing anything, and it was just, if you watch it, go and watch it. It's like constant, right there, right
Hey,
in the middle of the fist.
I've got one. We could almost do we could do a whole show on Get Smart. And by the way, one of
Mhm.
the remake movies was very good too. Not with
Yeah, it was.
Don Adams in it, but one that was done in the last 10 years, I guess.
Yeah, Steve
Um,
Carell.
a real catchphrase that still lingers and everybody recognizes from older generations is Walter Cronkite's, and that's the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
What was what really made me love that one was when Dan Rather was the host, and that moron tried so desperately to come up with something like that, and
Never
it
good.
no, he did courage for a while. At the end,
Yeah.
he'd go courage. Really, Dan, I don't need you to tell me to have courage. Okay, don't even need it.
Actually, the ticks, the cartoon character, the tick, had a better catchphrase that was kind of similar. Chair. That was the tick's battle cry.
There we go. It
Chair.
started with the same letter. And just my lack of respect for Dan Rather, that it knows no depths. I just it can always go a little lower down than courage.
Every time I see somebody trying to quote him or say something he said, I always go,
No,
Dan Rather?
Dan Rather, really? You
Really?
gotta
Come
be kidding.
on.
But I did, and that's the way it is. Boy, and that just shows how good Walter Cronkite was. How did he manage to pull that off? It's written down. It sounds phony, but
Yeah.
in real life, when you saw him do it, it sounded so natural and so good. And that's the way it is. On Friday, that's
What
right.
wasn't Murrow good
Thanks,
night and
Walter.
good luck?
Yeah, good night, good luck. Yeah, and
Yeah.
those old guys just had the gravitas to pull things off, and I
Hmm.
think it stopped with their generation. The next
Yeah,
group,
I think so
the
too.
Dan Rathers of the world, they didn't even know what they were too. They didn't even know what they were doing. And anyway, I don't. Um,
That's another subject for another day.
yeah, it really is. One I had forgotten about. Here's one that's interesting to me. We talked about Seinfeld when we were talking about Jackasses a couple of weeks ago. By the way, just uh, uh,
Well, this
Marty
one from
Ross.
Seinfeld I use all the time.
Oh yeah, yada yada yada. They
No,
only
that's a shame.
that's yeah. Well, I was thinking about yada yada yada. It
Yeah.
only got used, I guess, in
Yeah.
one show,
Yeah.
and man, people just glommed onto it, and
Yeah.
it wasn't original with that show. People had said it before, but they made a
Mm-hmm.
thing out of it and talked about it a little, and then the next thing it just multiplied dramatically from the use and it's funny when you do it, when you say it, and people know what you mean by it, and it's just one of the contributions that Seinfeld made to our culture. Most of them actually sort of negative, but uh, going back to the jackass topic. But maybe I should stop that because I think maybe 16 people saw
Yeah. Yeah.
Jackass.
We don't want to refer back to that show. That wasn't, nobody
It
watched that one.
it was great. Hey, Steve, one of our regular watchers, called me up the other day and said he thought it was our best one we'd ever done. And I'm like, I think it was
Maybe he's
too.
like us and just likes to hear the word jackass.
That's what it is. And maybe it's like Norm
When
Macdonald.
you said something about Carell, I thought you were going to transition into one that we talked about not too long ago. Is one of our favorites, and that I think everybody uses all the time, and that's what she said.
That's what she said. Yeah, yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
was.
You hear that
I
one
guess the writers.
all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that the writers. I used it just the other day, and it's always funny. I think it's especially funny when the other person doesn't quite get it. But that's rare in my circle for people
Yeah.
not to get a joke. So
And people
I
do
think
it
I
all the
base my
time. I mean,
freedoms on their
I've had
sense of
people do
humor.
it to me, and I do it. Somebody says it, and I go, "That's what she said."
That's what
You
she
know?
said. Yeah.
Yeah, you're having a conversation, and you have a little chuckle, and you just keep going with the conversation.
I've got it on my list. Ron,
Yeah.
going back into the 70s. One that I've always loved, and people use it for a while there. People really used it in everyday conversation. It didn't really quite make sense the way I'd hear it used, but it was just so funny. Is Gary Coleman's "What you talking about, Willis?" It would,
Yeah.
it would kill me. And
I know
that's
somebody will
probably.
bring that one up every once in a while.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's probably what was Different Strokes. Different Strokes is
Mhm.
probably the worst TV show that I ever really enjoyed. There, I mean, it really wasn't that good. The plots were kind of stupid.
It was bad, but
No,
but it
I
was
mean,
something
some
kind of
about it.
enjoyable about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What you talking about, Willis? He would do that shamelessly, maybe twice a show sometimes, and no matter what, I always
Hmm.
laughed. And I don't know if I've ever actually used it, but I've had it used around me. And here, I don't even know quite what it means. It doesn't mean he doesn't understand it. It kind of means, well, I'm not down with this. I know. I
Yeah.
know you want to go down to the corner. I know you want to sneak out and go to the party, but I'm not really down with this. But I might consider it if you really work real hard to talk me into it. What I like is Come On Down. Price is Right. Come On Down. It's a
Oh
game
yeah.
show that's got people that are, watch the price, which is still on. It's been on what, 50 years or something? 60 years? Drew Carey's been the host of
Yes.
it for 15,
Yeah.
16 years.
1972 was when it started. Yeah.
So that's 30, 50. Oh
1972.
man, yeah, over 50 years. And I know they had their 10,000th episode
Mhm.
not long ago. And man, they gave away a lot of money on that show. I should have tried to get on the show,
Wow.
I guess, but Come On Down is most people know what that's from. Um, the
Really?
we talked a little about Jackie Gleason, but To the Moon, Alice,
Hmm.
baby, you're the greatest. Uh, or some catchy ones. Am I missing anything? What have you got that I haven't
And
mentioned yet?
away we go.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
Jackie
Jackie.
Gleason. Man,
That's the way he
he was
started every
really,
show. He'd do his arms, and do
yeah, to get
and
into
away
the
we go.
skit or the start of the show. And Jackie Gleason
Yep.
he was fun to watch, even if he did have kind of a reputation for being hard to get along with. Hey, Art Carney liked him. If Art Carney likes you, I like it.
Yeah.
And I like Jackie Gleason
He must have had
just for the way.
some kind of, yeah.
Uh, I like him just for the way at the end of the show he brought out Art Carney. He'd name everybody. Audrey Meadows, Art
Yeah.
Connie. Just you could tell Jackie Gleason was like, yeah, I think I'm funny, but I'm
Oh,
pretty
a lot of
sure
Art Carney. Yeah.
Art Carney's a lot funnier than anybody else. It was really. You got another one? What's another one? I've got a sports one.
Well, let's stay in the old genre. How about Say Goodnight, Gracie?
Ah, yeah. Um, George Burns and Gracie Allen, and
Yeah.
she would say, of course, she'd say,
Mm-hmm.
"Good night, Gracie," and people do variations on that all the time. I've got a
Yeah,
sports one.
that goes back to the old radio days there.
Yeah. You want my sports one? The thrill of
Sure.
victory, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat.
Oh, yeah.
It even plays a little video in your
Yeah, that
head
was
when
still done.
you. It's gone. They don't do that anymore,
That
do
poor
they?
guy.
Do they not say that anymore?
Uh-uh.
You know what else is gone?
That
Speaking of
show
sports,
hadn't been on in eons.
no, I guess not.
Yeah, it
They
hadn't been on long.
incorporate that into something? Maybe the start of the Monday Night Football
They
NFL
could.
game. They really should. Here we are tonight as the Kansas City Chiefs play the Philadelphia Eagles, and one will experience the thrill of victory tonight or the agony of defeat. And just every single, just instead of the country music introduction, just do the video with the skier and everything. We're here tonight to watch football, but here's a look once again at the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. The guy dropped this ski jumper. Ski jumping never got more free publicity. You know what I love, and you hear this a lot. Rut-row. Don't you say
Yeah.
rut-row?
Yep, I do. Rut-row.
I mean, Astro did that, but didn't Scooby-Doo do that as well? Did Scooby-Doo do rut-row?
Not as maybe has done it, but not in the same way as Astro.
Yeah.
Rut-row. Scooby Doo was more like,
Yeah, that's true. There you go. That was a pretty good Scooby imitation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to incorporate rut-row into
I had a
my
dog that
everyday.
that, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use it more. How about Book 'em Dano?
I usually do it more when I'm watching something and somebody says, like, oh, I don't know, watching a debate and somebody really tags the other one with something. I go, rut-row.
Rut-row.
That's when I use it.
What about Archie Bunker's Stifle? Stifle yourself,
Oh, yeah, I
Edith.
was going to bring that up earlier, too.
I have never said stifle in my life. That's one that people maybe think about using, but only Archie would use it.
Yeah.
Fred Sanford. You want to give me a couple of Fred Sanfords you like?
Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah. You big dummy. And
yeah, there we go.
This is a big one. I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming to see you.
Coming, Elizabeth. It's a big one. What do they?
This is Fred.
What did
G.
they say to Fred when
and the G stands for greedy.
What did they? What did
Fred
they
G.
do?
Stanford. 5 across your lip.
He was always. Yeah, he was always trying to fight, and they'd hold him back. They didn't have anything they said when they were holding him back, though, did they?
Yeah.
They just hold me back. I do that in politics all the time. Some of these big mouths in politics will say something, and I know they don't mean it, and and I'll go hold me back. That's and these guys, they're just talking to hear themselves talk, just like me. I'll talk to hear myself talk. Here's one I really like: Hill Street Blues, Esterhaus. Let's be careful out there. You remember that one from Hill Street Blues?
Oh yeah, that's very repeated.
If you remember, Esterhaus, the actor that played Esterhaus, died.
I got famous because of that line.
Oh yeah, and I hear people say that fairly often. be careful out there. Hey, be careful. And they echo it. They say it like
Yeah.
Esterhaus did, and so they're doing a little takeoff on it. And maybe that was kind of poignant. I mean, you really do want people to be careful. You look
Yeah.
marvelous. You
Well,
look mar-
oh yeah. Yeah. Saturday Night Live had quite a
Billy.
few. You were all
Yeah,
marvelous.
Billy Crystal.
And
When
I'm
you
Chevy
think that's
Chase
the
and you're not.
yeah, I'm glad I'm not Chevy Chase. To be honest with you, I couldn't stand people to hate me that much. Uh, hey, it's about time for song of the week. I've got a
Here's
couple more
Johnny.
here. Yeah, there we go. Well, Jack Nicholson did a great takeoff on that in what was the horror movie he
Yeah,
did?
sure did.
Uh, what was the movie?
The Shining. Yeah.
Red Rum.
So see, that was been done in different ways. One way to be scary, one way to, introduce somebody.
What about Eat My Shorts?
Another good one. I just thought of another Archie Bunker one. Not so much a catchphrase, but something you always heard, and we used to laugh at this one growing up because of Daddy. Get out of my chair.
Get out of my chair. Yeah.
How Archie had his chair. Get out of my chair.
Well, you paid for the whole house. You ought to at least have a chair you can sit in that you
Yeah.
can depend on. And
Yeah.
back in those days, TVs were small. The person that sat closest to the TV was the primo seat. And of course, Archie didn't. Yeah, I guess Archie had a
And one of your
TV there. They
favorites.
just never showed it.
Hello.
They showed the back of it. Hey, you ready to do a song of the week? You ready for a
Sure.
song of the week?
I don't have
How
one,
about
but go ahead.
you don't have? Well, this song got stuck in my head. It has nothing to do with catchphrases, but it's written by, and I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I tried to find it. I tried to find him being interviewed. Couldn't find anything. It's Tony, and it's spelled like Romeo, but I think it's pronounced Tony Romeo, rather than Tony Romeo. But it's Romeo, and it's a song by the Partridge Family. Similar situation to the Monkees. They did a pretty good job. I guess the Partridge Family was the closest television show, the only television show really that came pretty close, or one of the few that came pretty close to reproducing the Monkees phenomena. They had a lot of hit songs, but really it was just David Cassidy, and that was never any secret. And the I guess the Archies, who were totally manufactured and never were any kind of a band, but it's a song called "It's One of Those Nights," and the subtitle of it is "Yes, Love." And if you haven't heard it, you really should look it up. And it's a really, really great song with some great lyrics. And by the way, Tony Romeo is what I'm going to call him, is also the author of and the writer of "I Think I Love You" and the Cowsill song "Indian Lake," which is pretty good standard right there. And also wrote "I'm Gonna Make You Mine" by Lou Christie, so a great songwriter who had a lot of success. The song came out in 1972, was number 2 in the easy listening charts, and number 20 in the overall charts. So a pretty big song for the Partridge Family. And so, that's all I've got tonight on that topic, but it's a fun topic to think about and talk about, and maybe you can, roll that around with your friends, anybody who's checking in. And by the way, don't forget to hit that subscribe button here as we are wrapping it up here on Boomer Bongo Boulevard.